Thank you for joining us here this morning at the Breckenridge Nordic Center. This is an intro video to skate skiing. We're excited to share it with you. We hope that will help you grow in your love of the sport and your love for winter. Let's start with our heels about shoulder width apart, ankles and knees are bent, and my toes are angled out about 30 to 40 degrees. Double check your body position. Always want to make sure that your knees are forward, ankles are bent, hips are forward, and my shoulders are up. This is the same body position you would use if you were doing a free throw in basketball. It's very stable, and I have very good balance, and my center of gravity is low. We're gonna go ahead and shift our weight over the right foot. Nose, knee, and toe all line up. This way I have a nice, flat, gliding surface on that right ski. I'm gonna swing my left foot in, low to the ground. My heel is low, and I can put a little bit of pressure on the top of my toe to raise my boot up a little bit, keeping my ski level. I'll begin to fall to the left, catch myself, and bring that right foot in. Let's repeat that motion. Fall to the right, and then fall back to the left. With each step, notice I'm putting a little bit of pressure on the inside edge of that ski. I can push off of it, and now I'm back on a flat ski on the other side. Now let's think about edge control. As you bring your knees forward and in, notice the skis are gonna go onto their inside edge. Now, with that inside edge set firmly in the snow, I have a good surface to push off of from side to side. So I'm constantly rolling my skis onto an edge, pushing off of that ski, and landing on a flat gliding surface. To get started, we're gonna focus on staying on the inside edge of both skis the whole time with very small steps. Continue that motion and make sure that my hips stay forward. Small steps, gentle push off of the inside edge of both skis. I can repeat that motion to begin to move forward. So from another angle, I'm always keeping my shoulders facing the direction I want to go. Eyes are up, gentle pressure on the inside edge of both skis, and my hips are forward. When you're skate skiing, if you need to apply the brakes, it's good to do it in two motions. The first motion is to bring my skis parallel, and the second is to apply the brakes with a wedge. I always want to make sure my knees are forward, ankles and knees are bent, and I have good pressure on the inside edge of both skis to get a good, solid stop. Here's what that looks like with motion. Skis are parallel, and then I'm going to apply the brakes. Once you've had a chance to practice that motion on the flats for a little bit, go ahead and move to a nice open area, maybe even something with a little bit of a gradual downhill, so you can practice getting a nice long glide and work on your balance. Remember, the key to your balance is weight shift. If you have your nose, knee, and toe lined up over one foot, you have a flat ski and you can glide for a long time. It's going to be a challenging exercise because you're gliding on such a narrow surface. But go ahead and give it a shot and see how you do. Start with a small step and then try to accentuate that glide, make it a little longer. Go ahead and put your poles on. As we start to add our poles in, we don't want to forget that the most important part of skate skiing is body position, starting with your lower body. Always maintaining good ankle bend, knees forward, hips forward, and always making sure that your ski tips are nice and wide and you have a good wide angle. If my skis are too close to parallel, I'm not going to have any leverage and I'm going to struggle to climb. I'll end up using my poles entirely instead of using my strong, powerful quads. In the sport of skate skiing, there are three basic techniques. Today we're just going to talk about one of them, and this is first gear. It's known as V1. We're going to start in this technique, we're going to start with our weight on your left foot and your hands at your sides. As your weight shifts over to your right ski, you're going to plant your poles at the exact same time that your ski hits the ground. So it'll look something like this. Plant, glide, plant, glide. Notice that in this position, this angle between my forearm and my pole is small. My shoulders are facing the direction that I want to go. My poles are angled backwards and my hips are forward. and that's going to ensure that I am using larger muscle groups like my stomach muscles and my quads. Here's what this looks like with motion. When it comes to steeper inclines, it's important to make sure that your hips really stay forward so you're almost falling up the hill. What I mean by that is as you fall, you're going to catch yourself with that foot underneath you, but notice the overall line of my body is leaning forward. So let me show you what that looks like coming up this hill.